Hi everyone, I'm David Weber, broker and operating manager of State Property Management, serving Orlando and the greater Central Florida area. Today I want to talk about something that a lot of rental property owners don't plan for, but eventually run into, and that is this. At what point does self-managing your rental property stop making sense? Because most landlords don't start out thinking, I'm going to hire a property manager. They start out managing the property themselves. And for a while that works, but over time things change. And what I've seen over the years is that most owners reach a point where they start asking themselves, is this still worth doing myself? So in this video, I'm going to walk you through 5 clear signs that you may have outgrown self-managing your rental property. And if you recognize a few of these, it may be time to at least start exploring your options. Let's get into it. The first sign is simple, but it's a big one. Your time is starting to get consumed by the property. At the beginning, it might just be a call here, a maintenance issue there, a lease renewal once a year, but over time it starts adding up. Now you're coordinating repairs, following up with tenants, tracking rent payments, handling lease questions, dealing with unexpected issues, and it's no longer occasional, it's constant. And the real question becomes, is this the best use of my time? Especially if you have a full-time job, a business, or multiple properties, and your time has value. And once managing the property starts interfering with your schedule, that's usually the first sign things are shifting. The second sign is maintenance. Maintenance starts simple, but it rarely stays that way. At first, it's a small plumbing issue, a minor repair, maybe coordinating a vendor, but over time you start dealing with emergency calls, multiple vendors, pricing questions, quality control, tenant expectations, and one of the biggest challenges is knowing who to call, what things should cost, and whether the job is being done correctly. We actually did a full video on repair reserves and capital expenses because this is one of the areas where owners get caught off guard the most. Maintenance isn't just about fixing things, it's about managing the process efficiently, and that takes time and experience. The third sign is when tenant issues start becoming stressful. Now, not every tenant situation is difficult, but when issues do come up, they can become time-consuming and sometimes uncomfortable. Things like late payments, lease violations, disagreements, requests for exceptions, communication challenges, and in some cases non-payment situations, legal notices, eviction processes. We've done videos on what happens when tenants stop paying rent and what evictions can cost in Florida, because these situations can escalate quickly if they're not handled properly. And many owners find that it's not just the time, it's the stress of dealing with it. Now that's a big turning point. Before we go further, let me say this. Not every owner needs a property manager. Some owners enjoy being hands-on. But what we see is that many owners reach a point where the time, stress, and complexity start to outweigh the benefit of doing it themselves. At State Property Management, we work with a lot of owners who come to us after self-managing, not because they couldn't do it, but because they realize they didn't want to keep doing it. If you're starting to feel that way, you can visit www.managecentralfloridaproperty.com and schedule a consultation. We're happy to walk you through your situation and help you evaluate your options. The fourth sign is one that's becoming more common. You're unsure about laws, regulations, or compliance. Florida landlord-tenant laws are not static, they change. And there are specific requirements around lease agreements, notices, security deposits, evictions, fair housing compliance, and even recently there have been updates around how certain notices can be delivered and handled. If you're not staying up to date on these changes, you can unintentionally expose yourself to risk. And most owners don't want to become legal experts. They just want to make sure they're doing things correctly. That's usually a sign it may be time to get help. The fifth sign is one that many owners don't realize right away. Your property may not be performing as well as it could be. This could show up as rent being below market, longer vacancy periods, higher turnover, inefficient maintenance costs, missed opportunities to improve the property. We've done videos on how to price your rental correctly, rent trends in Central Florida, and how to forecast rental income, because small adjustments can make a big difference in overall performance. Sometimes self-managing isn't costing you time, it's costing you money, and you don't even realize it. So here's the bottom line. Self-managing a rental property can absolutely work. Many owners do it successfully, especially in the early stages. But if you're experiencing your time being consumed, maintenance becoming overwhelming, tenant issues creating stress, uncertainty around laws, or your property not performing as well as it should, those are strong signs that you may have outgrown managing it yourself. If that's where you are right now, it doesn't mean you've done anything wrong. It just means your situation has changed, and it may be time to look at a different approach. If you'd like to talk through your property and see whether professional management makes sense, we'd be happy to help. Visit www.managecentralfloridaproperty.com and schedule a consultation. And if you found this video helpful, please take a moment to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss future updates. I'm David Weber with State Property Management. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.